Hey everyone, welcome to USA Crypto Group. Very glad to have you guys all here for this AMS session. This is the second time with SafeOneChain, and they are setting out to build the first world rug-free blockchain. So with that, I'd like to welcome Matthias from the team. Matthias, pleasure to see you again, brother. If you can start out introducing yourself and give us a bit of insight into your background experience, please.
Yeah, I'm actually Matthias. I'm the founder now and also the owner and CEO of SafeOneChain. Yeah, I'm actually 39 years old. I get 40 years next month, so I'm getting in the old space. I'm 21 years plus, like now entrepreneur. I started with with eBay trades, like always online everything. We had a construction company where we had get our clients over My Hammer. It's another auction platform where you can get actually you can get offers and stuff like that. I had few companies on the way. 2000 when was it? 2012, 13. 13. I came actually to Bitcoin. My friend actually like introduced me to that accidentally. I didn't have too much knowledge about that. And that time, I was really interested about everything what is online, but that was the part where I not catched it up. In 2012, tried actually to sell his token. 2009 was the time when I came to know, and in 2012 I tried to sell his token. There I bought myself token, but still like had not too much knowledge. 2017 onwards, the EVM chains, everything going up, like Ethereum had his push. Other projects come there, you could combine business, and that was something what was interesting for me, because I'm entrepreneur for myself, and that was a really starting time. So to get to know more about what we're doing there, I learned basics about coding, about C++ and Solidity later on and stuff like that. I'm still studying with it. I'm learning every day new. The space is so much like fast developing actually that it's hard to catch up with it and especially do something new. And from 2019 onwards, I was working like actually from very down area, from a moderator up to like a team leader, coming to chief executive area. I was working in different positions as chief organization or operation officer, chief marketing officer, like a brainstormer, like stuff like that, like a few things. CTO I also make when I came more actually deeper in the DF stories. And from 2021 onwards, sadly, actually, when the war was breaking out and all the crypto markets was starting to crumble, I started my own project, what was like very hard to catch up. But I'm a fighter. I'm known to be a fighter. And when I want to do something, I do it, whatever comes. And I had a little bit struggle over 2022, like everybody in the space. And in end of 2022, I came actually through a contact client, like a teammate client. I came to the ex-Neobit project, where was the founder in that time, my partner, Daniel, Alfred Lumi, actually, from Indonesia. And they take me in because their old developer makes some crap actually with them, what is also badly quite common in the space. And they asked me actually to look over the codes, and I came actually very nice along actually with Daniel, and Daniel asked me actually to take the CEO position and develop actually the blockchain vision. And since we had a migration there and we had like a little bit like lofty setup, because that guy's been not really professional in this space, so I actually bring my own vision in, because we saw 2022 a lot of shit going around with FTX, with Luna crisis and stuff like that, and it was all about backdoors, wrong coding again, coders they make malicious stuff, and we wanted to do something against it, because in 2022 we see actually, or after the bull run, so many people came in 2021, but they left actually over because so many got rocked, scammed. Project itself got scammed. Me personally, I got scammed a lot from influencers and from callers. Actually, I'm very much at war with them. But we extracted a few guys actually, like you guys, for example. Also, they make a tremendous job, and we're very happy actually to be here and work with you together at the update, Amma. And that's actually the update there. To say now, I'm the only founder now from SafeOneChain, or the only owner. Since my partner, the original founder, passed away, as I said before already, in 28th of June. We made for him also remembrance token, Lumi Foundation. So if the one or the other is interested in it, you can look over that also from the side. This Lumi token we used actually after we built our Launchpad. We used that actually as a test. We speak later about that. What SafeOneChain is about. SafeOneChain is a complete ecosystem what is focused on anti-scam and anti-rack prevention. So we have few things. Our heart will be later on the blockchain itself. We are now a few months in delay actually from the development, fundraising, and so on and so on. We're setting actually today. That's why I'm also a little bit stressed out today. The new SafeOne Launchpad, the new patch. We make an update actually to fix a few problems we faced actually before in our testing area, and we will go on with our ETH pre-sale. What will be pre-sale around 10 ETH, and then we're raising funds continued on our OTCfarms. Our ecosystem is basically, as I said, like anti-scam, anti-rack. Basically anti-rack because scam you can't really prevent, but there's technologies, and we if I introduce the Launchpad later on, then you will probably understand why you also can in parts prevent the scam. Our Launchpad have a few products. What's come along with that? It is like the Launchpad itself, it's staking, it's yield farming, or like our special OTC farm system. We have a wallet, what we're planning, what will be remote actually for our Launchpad. We have insurances, we have NFTs, we have NFT utilities. So everything actually what you desire in the space. Some things are for funding, some are extra for backups, like our insurance, for example, guarantees you totally safe investment on SafeOneChain blockchain, and we probably even extend that for our Launchpad deals, because as I said, scam you can't really prevent, but we want to back up our investors that this will get really attractive place for especially newbies and also experienced investors to not just launch their projects there, but also invest there and have a huge investment pool actually for something what's really going forward. Like we're betting generally actually our projects. That's an integral part also for our blockchain, and we attach that also for our Launchpad as well as for our OTCfarms and our staking. So we want really to give you something legit in the hand where you can say, even as a less known crypto investor, hey guys, at least I can't lose my funds for malicious things. So and then this guy is also looking for our investment profit. That's something valuable for the future. And we like to go there. Like the SafeOneChain should be actually the really safe one out, and that's actually our aim. We already we had actually like backlash in March when we build our OTC farms. This was actually made with a developer we just hired as a good known person from and to that point taught friend of mine I was knowing for 3 years in the space. He was like 17 years old when I meet him, and like when this has happened this year, he was 20 years old. He's Turkish national actually, and was living in Holland, what is just a neighbor of us. And I thought actually that when he was a developer for him for 2 years, that is a clean person. I don't have to check. Was my own mistake, by the way. And we got like really, really slapped the technology, what was coming out of my mind. And coded actually from this person. He came from Canada, by the way. Metamorphosis was his name. He started actually to sell the OTC farms in our bag to other projects. There I came to know that my so-say friend was making with him the deal that they're selling the farms. And then I get a big blast. And after this big blast, like a week later, 10 days later, they wrecked actually the projects where they was selling the OTC farms in my bag before. And that was a huge problem. We didn't check the code actually proper. We make audits, but the audits actually didn't see actually the deployer what's the name, allowance from the developer itself. And yeah, I was in that time I was neglected also a little bit. I have to say, because I easily trust. I have a good heart. I have a big heart. I see actually positive in the human, but in crypto space, it's like it's a huge problem. So we had a problem for our brand. I had to make everything new, and yeah, that did a little bit time. That used a little bit time, but at the end, like we found this super nice and legit company. We were working actually together. It's a friend of mine right now. You guys also know him, by the way. So we're using actually their developers, and they're doing actually just a tremendous job. And we also cross-checking them now. And whoever is coming in our team, who want to work for us for critical parts will get vetted as well. We have now a KYC service. We have actually have an offer from Cryptegrity to work with them together. They make a special kind of vetting. They will also work for our blockchain later on. And they will also now yeah, make the real deep check from every new employee what we have. We have now a few guys who have on salary list. They come like basically from South America, from Asia, from Europe. It's quite nice mix, but it's very good minds actually. We are connected together. So sometimes you have to suffer to find something good. Like it's like yin and yang, you know. If you too much having something good and too much coming something bad, so you try to be in balance and you establish your system. Yeah, like as I said, personally, I have to look more to be more critical. And I did it. I had a master plan I established after that, and this was a really big problem basically for me, also for our funding. We introduced the treasury wallet to basically create funds over the future and back actually such like emergencies up. And yeah, we make a lot of positive things actually out of it. You learn out of your mistakes. Like most of the project, they just give up. And I'm a person, he never can give up. Like if I have something in my mind and I want to do something, I just do it. And doesn't matter how long it needs, how much suffering I have to do, how much sacrifice I have to give away, but I will do it. If I give a word, I always will fulfill it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will be there. There's no way around. And yeah, that's the one why people always catching with me up, why they come always back, why they always want to continue business with me, and also do a lot actually in advance for us, and on goodwill and with a good handshake. And that's yeah something what I'm proud of for myself as personality. But some people using that in the past, and yeah, that's have just to be prevented in future. This we did, and therefore we can go forward. Yeah, as I said, like this OTC farm was originally like set in some kind of problem, so we had to make everything new from the code, every code line. We did actually with our own team. We had to make again scope, flow, and so on and so on, and develop actually everything like from the step. And yeah, then I had basically a meeting with a liquidity provider about May, was it April or May, shortly after this was happening, to back up actually our own liquidity because our OTC farm system was breaking away. And yeah, actually there was a lightning in my brain when I talked with them, and then I just decided to fusion like our OTC farms, our OTC farm as a base and the Launchpad, because like the system itself is just inviting for it. And yeah, the basic huge benefit is it's absolutely rock safe, and I will tell you now why. How our OTC system is working. So OTC is over-the-counter trade, and we connected that together with the yield farming, extraordinaire and totally easy made. Actually, OTC, it's over-the-counter. That means actually your token are not buy it on the DX, but they buy it directly from the team supply. What is in the beer market actually having a positive effect for the project, and that is basically fundraising without taxes. Like the project basically can create liquidity because we had huge liquidity crunches. A lot of projects needed liquidity for a certain time. This funds actually locked. So if you buy, for example, now 1 BNB on our OTC system, then usually a certain percentage, what the project can set, it can be 30%, 50%, 70%, 90% can be put in the liquidity and will get paired with token, like with the project token, and will get staked actually in the Pancake Swap or other DXs. And another part, what the project is setting is actually going as an OTC trade directly in the wallet of the project. So the project can use that for marketing, for development, for things they actually needed, and can go forward also in a beer market. What is quite a huge problem. Like even friends projects, they've been very solid and they started 2020, 21. Like most of them, I have to say 95% like just back down and closed down. Some had the quantum attack, some had this, some just don't have the community anymore. They are silent out because funds was not coming in an appreciate manner, and so on and so on. So there's a lot of problems actually we had, and we wanted to fix actually everything with one. And yeah, the OTC system was the first like step actually in this direction to support our brand. If you buy now one BNB, 50% or a certain percentage goes now to the OTC trade, and the other one goes in the LP. So you always, as an investor, own the LP in the token. So you can't, you actually just like save it in our contracts, and you can destake it without any impairment loss after the pool duration is finished, or any time between, with against the penalty from 20% we set, to basically being able to handle cheating, and also if there's like by a high market cap rise, a sudden sell-off, that you actually can take the extra created funds and can put that manual actually in the LP. So the other investors, they choose actually to stay with you. They are not negative impacted. I actually shared yesterday or the day before the proper write-up actually for the OTC farm in your group. So guys, look over it. We have that also in our channels. You can come in our group, ask your question. Why is now the Launchpad, the SafeOne Launchpad absolute rock safe? As I said, like you pledge basically the part of the LP, and the LP will be always paid back to you to 100%, and the other part is basically OTC trade. So that's just perfect working for pre-sale. And yeah, like since if you raise funds on a normal Launchpad, then some part is also going liquidity, some part is going in project. Basically, it's the same, exactly same concept of our OTC farms. So, but nobody's using that for pre-sale before. So we adjusted it and make it harmonic, working together. And we are now ready actually to really push it on the market, this kind of concept, to bring it to the world. That's basically the Launchpad about. It's very simple, simple technology, but it's not so easy to bring it together from a code part, because you have on Launchpad, you have a part of ethics, what you have to follow. You have in the other part like coding, what's not so working. And on our Launchpad, you not just can rack safe invest, you also can get staking rewards from the point where you invest in. So usually when you go on the Launchpad, what you do is you buy like one BNB, and this would get divided in this percentages to liquidity, goes to the project, and the project itself have to lock that then in a locker. So some lockers are legit, some lockers are actually again fraudulent, especially the ones they are cheap, or they are just get paid in tokens and not in cash funds. And that's very, very much used from scammers. And it's all very open. Like you have nobody's actually looking over quality of the team or quality of the products, what they're selling there. So it's quite like Wild West, you can say. And since we're now on the end of Wild West, we're also based in Germany and the European Union, we have to follow actually laws that come up. And the MiCA law is actually playing in our hand. It's not so good when it comes to the kill switch function, what the European Union want to introduce. But our blockchain, for example, have like NFT for deployers. What is getting for deploying any contracts, what we're giving out, and we could take that also away. So we actually already mastering 6 months or almost 1 year before this concept, before it's even get public. And that we do actually with all our technology. We look a little bit in the future, what would be in the market in the next 2, 3 years or 5 years. We would just not want to stay for 6 months or like 1 year, 2 years. We want to have a long term. And if you build technology, especially like big technology, like a blockchain or like a Launchpad or whatever, it's something where you spend a lot of passion and funds actually. And we don't want to have something from the market, you can say, like Launchpads you can buy actually as a product for X amount of dollars, and then you can start your own project. You just have to make marketing. But we're building everything from the source code for ourselves. The ideas coming out, and we have to bring them like quite nice people together. They really, they bring that to real life. And I have a lot of fights with my developers because they're quite looking straight, and I look always around the corner, and to like fusion that somehow, it's like sometimes it's ending up in a personal story. The next day you're loving each other again. So, and at the end, when the technology is out, everybody's loving each other. So yeah, like our Launchpad, as I said, like have like futures like staking even before the pre-sale is ended. So if you purchase now your Launchpad purchase, actually in our Launchpad, like your LP as well as your pre-sale purchase will get staked automatically. You get for that returns with quite high APRs. If so earlier actually on our pre-sale, if so more APR you get. And that fixes again a problem, because like in the launchpads out there like PingSale, why PingSale is called a scammer is because first they helping scammers to raise funds, and the second one is that to actually make the launchpad working, Saul and others from the team, they're investing actually in the projects, and that's the guys they actually cheating after out and destroying your charts. And then especially in 2022 we saw a lot of stuff like Jumpad, for example, is one of them. They blackmail actually like PingSale a lot, but they not find a solution, because actually they just have the same thing and a little bit change their their ethics inside their leadership. But at the end, from the code source, is nothing changing. And there we actually, outstanding, because we find the perfect solution for it. And we give you staking rewards, and you actually pledge your LP. So your LP is always in your hand as an investor, and actually saved in our contracts and staked in the DX itself. And that makes it drug safe. And we have also a referral system attached, what is not the usual referral system. Like if you go again to other launchpads, then the referral fee to the investor is given from the purchase itself. So we actually work that from the backside. And since we have a staking there, and people are supposed to be quite a long time as a liquidity provider with their pre-sale investment on our launchpad and their follow-up OTC farms, because it's not just a launchpad, but when the launchpad is actually the soft cup is filled. We don't have a hard cup, we just have a minimum soft cup. And when the soft cup is filled, then automatically, like magically, the launchpad is cut off to the pool, to the original pool of the OTC farm. And OTC farm runs actually in our staking platform for the full duration. What the project is setting, what can be 30 days, 90 days. We usually taking now the launchpad, we recommend to make it 180 days or 360 days. So you directly have a lock with our system established. So, and if somebody want to withdraw LP, then it's you as investor. And that gives you basically some kind of power in your hands, because the liquidity in the base is the project itself. That's the power of the project, because that is the one what you're trading, where you can trade BNB or you're token for. And that's utmost important actually. And if this entirely in the hand of the project, then the project can basically do whatever it wants. And as I said, it's not just like rug protection, but if you follow now this concept, what I will now explain, then you even can to some part prevent scam, or at least as an investor with the power of the LP, you have a bigger say actually in the project. If you come now together with other launchpad investors, then theoretically you can build a front against the project. And if the project is not working fast enough, or not do what it's supposed to do, then you as a liquidity provider, as launchpad or as launchpad investors, the very early investors, you can come together and can say, hey guys, we're building a DAO and we want you as a project making this and this. Otherwise, we take all our liquidity out. And I believe that is a tool to naturally actually prevent scam in itself, or like exit liquidities, or what we have there in the market. There's so many things actually. I even lost a view about it. How many times and how many ways you can scam actually the investors. We see that daily on the launchpads. There's so much money in the air is lost. When PingSale actually, let's say going back to number one, actually, they had $1 billion economy, and from the $1 billion 80%, 70 to 80% was going in scam and drugs. It's crazy money what's going lost there, and it's not just the money. The problem is actually that the people they was investing there, and they probably investing the first time, they will never invest again. That's what we saw in 2022, and what we still see. And right now, funding is like so huge problem actually, because the funds are drained, and it's landing up by malicious guys. They just living that off somewhere, and it's not landing up in the technology. So today actually investors like to invest more in main projects instead of utility projects, but it's very sad because the utility makes actually brings the ability to produce a product and to bring that in the real world and connect the real world actually to crypto space, what we really need for bringing new people in. But yeah, that's a little bit fading out, and we produced actually the products to not just help the investor or like prevent the rug, but also like help the project itself. So to come back actually to the referral system, as I said, it's turned from a backside. So since we have a staking, we share like quite high referral fees from like what is also set for the project, what is launching with the referees. Like if you now want to earn some funds and you don't have funds for yourself, but you have time, so then you can get an ambassador actually for a project, and not just influencers, but you for yourself as well can take your referral code and you can say, hey guys, look, here's a RugSafe project, and there's a pre-sale with this and this like vision, and if you want to invest, use my referral code. So there's no deal with it. You can do it in your own thinking and your own movements, and yeah, like you get rewarded basically from the staking harvest. So that is actually interesting because it's creating from the intent of the person who refers some person to the launchpad, that this person stays long enough actually, or long time enough on the pools they're following after, and have actually the maximum returns taken out, because you every time investor is actually harvesting his rewards, they're quite high actually with the APRs, then you as a person who was referring that person will get every time actually a part of this harvest there. And this is something what is taken as from the benefit and not actually from the original investment itself. So it's positive for the project, it's positive for the project for long-term holders, it's positive for the person he is putting his time there in and referring people to the project. It's positive also for the investor itself, because nothing from his investment value is taken away. But a little bit from the rewards what you're getting afterwards out. And yeah, like since we are also liquidity provider with the Launchpad, since we have actually this farm system connected to, there is actually something what's called implemented loss, what is actually preventing a lot of people to invest in liquidity providers. Like in 2021, you had a lot of like people that was using liquidity farms and big projects, or also companies was investing that big in, but this is like very much like destroyed now. Like 90% of all the people they was investing before, they're just not more there in the space. The companies gone out because they had the risk of implemented loss, and yeah, had to cut off actually their losses. So and now you have a problem actually to yeah, fund actually the liquidity, the extra needed liquidity for the trades. And yeah, as I said, like all these technologies, these OTC farm, as well as the Launchpad, the referral system, what we touched, that have everything, every step actually, or every part of this code have actually his meaning to prevent something or like fix actually problem what we're facing in the space. And that's SafeOneChain about, that is our brand about, and that should actually change the complete crypto space. I believe if we go forward and we all come together, we all shout actually out what's happened there. Projects, more and more projects will launch on our Launchpad. It will get more and more known. More and more investors came in, and at the end, we really can say, hey, that's the safe one, and that's what we want right now, right? We had these problems in the past, and we even put double and triple attention actually to fix that up and to actually make our brand again shining. And yeah, that's the first real big thing what we're bringing out. In future, we're also planning ISPO. We want to bring ISPO actually what is the staking, like a funding, a pre-sale act basically through staking, a pure staking, where your investment's 100% safe. It's just the time what you invest. But yeah, that we want to actually supply actually for all the EVM chains out. Is right now just available in Solana and Cardano chain for their own projects, and they really choosy actually who they are supporting there, because it's huge funds what you can create with it. And yeah, in this league we also want to come with also for a blockchain, but we're not just looking for a blockchain. We have a dual system basically. We offer that projects they in future like want to launch on our blockchain, but also for our chain. So our Launchpad, for example, and also our OTCfarm and also our staking works right now on BSC and ETH. And yeah, BSC, everybody knows what's happened there in the last few months with the SEC and with the Gensler and the accusation to CZ. I hope it's come again up, but like we, as I said, we're preparing already since December last year, actually our ETH sale, and it's right now the right time for it, since like we had to crunch a little bit, and OTCfarms or farming generally, you're starting actually when the market is low and growing that to higher profits or to a higher outcome. We go with market cap or with like generally the market situation. And halving is coming up, so we're preparing very hardly actually to go forward and bring the products actually on the market. Yeah, and we're inviting you all to be part of it. Like really, guys, I'm pretty sure in the next few hours, at latest tomorrow, we start our ETH pre-sale, and test the OTC farms at first with a small amount, see like the benefits of it, and then you can go in with your regular investment and use it on the Launchpad. I would be happy, really happy, if you would support our SafeOne ETH sale, and yeah, just experience actually all the positive effects, like what I was telling, not just like the drug savers, but also the green charts afterwards, and the way to really grow long-term investors. Like if you have long-term investors, the people are long time in your community inside, even if they're mostly quiet in a few months, but all the people are there. I'm even surprised like that. I see like now people 4 months, 5 months back, they just like asking me now everywhere, every day, when it's ready, we want to invest again. We really support you. You make amazing technology. Yeah, marketing also have to come somehow, but marketing is mostly just like really successful when the market is pushing again and not when it's falling. But if you have like technology out there like we have, we all also like offer development services around, then you can build actually quite nice foundation. I'm a businessman, and I'm not just working with the token when the token value. Token value is actually yeah, like secondarily for us. For us, it's important that we have the right products out there, that we bring other projects in, that we sell our products to other projects, get with that revenues. With that revenues, we can pay our salaries from our teams, can pay the blockchain itself. Since December, we're working actually only with private funds and with a few taxes what we get over the way. And the rest, we was like investing from our side. We was working very hard. We coding for our projects. We're making NFT collections. We're in the top-notch apps. We offered already few audits, deep dive audits. We have our AI KYC. We have a deep dive KYC. We have a lot of other stuff what is going around there. We offer partnerships to come on in our ecosystem, and it's continuously building basically. And yeah, that's what we have to do basically to create value for you guys. Like I don't want to sell your bubble. I want to sell your hard work. And when then come along some big vision like this anti-rug system itself, that's something what we're really looking forward to. Blockchain is something what you not build like over one day. And if you have a community there, they go in a pre-sale, so they get very fast upset actually, and would de-invest, especially in the uncertain time what you have today. But that's why we're building or giving focus actually at first to build ecosystem, what is actually underlining our vision, and with that one creating funds in multiple ways. And that makes us really sufficient, and that's why we're still in the market, even if we had so many problems in the past. But we're still here, and we will go with like yeah, like rocket full actually forward once the Launchpad is out. Like the Launchpad is creating quite huge revenues, and the revenues will not land up in our pockets and make us rich. Like I'm not a person like this. I like to reward you, and there comes the token again inside game. The token will be used in different ways. Like you can buy NFTs, you can buy insurances, you can invest in new projects. You will have like incentives, like for example, our treasury, where we build actually security for you and the extra backup actually for the insurance system. We have like burn events like we have right now. If you buy like more than $50 on our charts right now, every $50 purchase or higher will end up with 1 million burn. This have the reason that we preparing actually for the ETH bridging, because our total supply is just like 300 million, and we have to cut it down on BSC chain and ETH about 150 million or less, and to be actually able to offer you a non-inflated token. So many projects, they go like cross-chain. They have like now 3 projects or 4 projects, each with 300 million total supply, and they sell it also there. That means every time they go on another chain, they actually inflate your token value. And that's a huge problem. It's not a problem so long as it's bridged, but the moment it's bridged, it's getting a problem. And that we want to prevent from the base. Like, as I said, like we were focusing actually on making the space a better area, making that more honorable, making that more straightforward. Like let you trust again, because trust is the biggest problem actually in the last few months or 1.5 years, almost 2 years, what was getting lost like massively. And even Sam Bankman-Fried tried to do his way to bring this trust to the people and like bribe some SEC people to just like, get attention for the space and new people in. But like, as I said, like so many scams and malicious behavior was happening that normal people, they out there, they just say it's gambling. And crypto is not gambling. Crypto is the future. If you see now countries like India, like Europe, as not as a country, but Europe as all United States, probably also other countries, they make like crypto their a country currency, or have the CBDCs, what is actually crypto, but not really a desirable stuff. It's interesting where it goes the next month, but this is probably stuff for another AMA or another spaces what we have on our channels. But we do actually quite good thing, and at the end, we with our blockchain as well as with our anti-RAC part, we actually doing the job of the governments, of the regulations out there. And I believe that in 6 to 12 months, like shortly after our blockchain is out, we will come with a few governments together and we'll speak with them that we not just changing laws in a more liberal way again, because we have now the protective part and you don't have to make any more the ban hammer on something, what is very important actually, and bring the trust back. Institutional investors will come now massively in the market when the ETFs actually go through from BTC. And I want actually you guys, you small guys, you all out there, like, doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're black, if you're white, if you're yellow, if you're green or whatever, what religion you have, you can all come together and can get part of it actually. And like we want to hold it actually in the small hand and want all of you grow actually together. And that's only happen if you really are safe in the first part. If you you make like in one project or 2 projects, you make a nice win, but then in the 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th project, you just get scammed away or you get drugged away. That's a huge problem actually. That's why the people run away from it. That's why people call us actually in a bad way. But we are actually front rider, and we're building technology from source code right now. What we want to flush in all over the market. As I was stating before, we want to kick actually all the normal launch pads. If it's like Pink Sale out there or Gympad, sorry, if it's your partners also, Crypto USA, or it's Unicrypt or whatever, they just do a standard product, and the standard product is maybe underlined with some other products. They supporting it, but in the last days or last months, like so many blockchains came out, so many launchpads came out. Like, what is launchpads actually standing out for? Nothing. At the end, nothing. So they're not doing something of source code. They're buying their technology somewhere. And we're actually a place where you can buy technology, where you can buy outstanding technology. We will not sell our launchpad right now. We will not do that for a long time, I think. Nobody is actually able to crack our code down, because of launchpad itself, you prevent the code. But if you bring actually the OTC farm, and the OTC farm is open source, if you bring that together with a launchpad, you can maybe create it for yourself. And I would be very, 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 very happy if you get the copycats there and really people, they more thinking deeper about, yeah, security, prevention. Like the government itself, like your country, your personal country, wherever you come from, the first, the first rule for this country is to give you security, because on security, everything else is built. If you don't have security, there's no economy. We see that now in Europe. We have a war with Ukraine with Russia. Ukraine should come to the European Union, and everything is getting uncertain. So other side effects like joining there in, and yeah, that's about security. So we have to bring the people at first security, and then comes business. And when the business is coming, then also success is coming, and with success is coming the money. So everybody will be happy and have a win-win space, and that's crypto about. It's the only thing out there what is can really fit so many different directions, and can bring us all actually together on one letter, and can let us work together, can bring financial freedom to people they not even have bank access, and so on and so on. But it's all starting basically with funding and with security, and that's what we about basically, where we really put attention in, where we maybe make a simple product like to a really outstanding product. And that's what we do. Like our Launchpad and OTC farms, our flagships right now, and there will come much more. As I said, like ISPO, we developing right now also. We started actually to develop algorithm about AI. So we go actually in two directions. We want to make you earning, what also brings a revenue for us. That will be AI trading system, what we develop. And on another side, I was spinning a little bit in my mind, like, AI do quite good thing, and AI is not a human. So AI maybe can also react in a very fast time, a very fast output. And since we have now this quantum attacks going there around, like a few of my friends' project had already problem with that. We want to produce actually AI what is getting a warning system or preventing system or blockchain itself. And blockchain, when we come back to our base, what we actually like want to create in the future, the secure blockchain. Secure blockchain security is not just like betting. It's not just having you good investment, but also preventing hacks and malicious behavior. And this you can't prevent better than with AI what's looking over it, because it's not like it's the same like a blockchain. It's you can't bribe it, so you can't get it on your side with a financing something. And we want to create actually like AI what is preventing like quantum attacks, and get actually really strong foundation for the future. But it's cost some funds, and it's have to get created. And it's not just do with DApp selling or with selling of like audits or KYCs. That can be a base, but every product what we create is somehow producing a revenue, somehow like supporting our workers, supporting our creation, with that our creation of blockchain and other products in future, and will also go back to the charts. Like as I said, like we had just now a migration, sadly version 3, because humans again like misused our stuff. My partner was dying, so we lost control over the SafeOne version 1 wallets. Then we made actually a version 2, but could not close actually the trades from version 1 and make a swap, because we had like some people, they was in the last couple of months was telling that our team was dropping themselves from the Neobit migration actually group we had, and that we wanted to prevent, and then we put a swap there, could not close the trade, so people was just buying them on cheap tokens and try to migrate it, what was also super inflating. And then I make actually cut off, invest again some few funds actually for new contract, new setup. We had just our NFTs made new, our insurance NFTs, our utility NFTs, that have to be actually step by step again made new. But once we are now ready with it, we're actually on the safe line, because I'm now the only owner out there. My team is also growing again. Looking forward for that. And we get ready actually for the next bull run. And now I want to invite you to ask any question what you like. I would like to focus that mostly on the OTC farms and on the Launchpad, if it's like nice for you guys. And with that one, I want to open the chat.
All right. Well, thanks for that detail or going in deep into your project there, Matthias. So apparently, for those that just came right now, he's the CEO, and he just went in detail on the two flagship products that they have, which is the Launchpad and the OTC Farm, which they are trying to build the first world rug-free Launchpad. Now, that is a very strong mission to put it out there, right? Because as he mentioned, it's almost impossible to prevent rugs and scams out there. And I want to circle back and highlight some of the important points because there's a lot to unpack there. So first, but before we go on, I know Matthias, because this is your second time here, though. Can we answer some of the basic questions out of the way really quick? It will not take long, and I
Sure.
want to circle back and highlight some of the important points that you just mentioned there. Just so let us know, how long has the project been around? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for your loss there on your second founder that just passed away there. But how long has the project been around? And just give us a quick detail on why there's a version 3. What happened to version 1? What happened to version 2? And
Oh, sure.
is this, you think this last version is going to be the last version?
So to get it directly, the last question front up, yes, it will be last version. I have no control about everything. I saved that in multiple ways, so there will be no possibility anymore to lose anything or to comment something, except I will now die. That is now another story, but I never take a corona vaccine, so there's no risk about it. Yeah, basically SafeOneChain, if you take it back from the Neobit founding, it's now next month almost 1 year. It's next month 1 year old. I joined the team with Daniel in December, and SafeOneChain, with my vision of the safe blockchain, was getting inaugurated, I believe, in 12th of December. We had the AMA, I think, over here in end of December, start of January, and then slowly, we got connected actually to different things. The Neobit version was made not for me. This was before my time. When I came actually inside the team, we had to make actually a lot of things new because we could not trust the old developer, what was actually robbing the Neobit team itself. With that one, we came to version 1 of SafeOneChain. When my partner died in 28th of June, I actually had in my mind to save actually the wallets and extra wallets and make a actually transfer of the ownerships of the contracts to a new safe wallet. What's coming from my security recovering phrase. I did delay it. It was my mistake. I really have to admit. And then MetaMask was making what's the name? This was the error, reset error. The same what I experienced actually today. I was sending Mike actually screenshots. I get always scared with shit like this. Like it could be a malicious behavior again. You have this always in your mind, especially when you try to prevent it. So you want to go actually secure on that way. But sometimes you're human, you make errors. So anyway, what we did after that, to get control back, we make a version 2, and we created a swap for that. But we could not stop the trade since the wallets was lost. And when the swap actually automatically sold the tokens on the old charts and migrated automatically the new tokens actually to the investors, there was like around 6-7 investors. One was really crazy. He was making 7 max wallets, and other people was also using that somehow. And I was appealing actually on the honorful behavior of investors. But humans are there. They come from different places in the world, have different thinking about something, and everybody wants to fast 10, 20 times. And that's what they see actually. And so to prevent actually the rest of the community and people, they really stay very, very long already with us, supporting us with everything what they have there out. So my duty is actually to protect you guys. And therefore, I make a version 3 and go back to manual migration to check really every wallet, where the tokens are coming from, when they was bought, if they are legit actually to migration, and migrate them. And that's why I do that now day by day, since probably 2 weeks or something like that, 1.5, 2 weeks, and migrate every person manually. And I'm pretty sure that these wallets, what we have right now, will be safe, because I really don't want to afford anymore to make all our DApps again new. Because if you have an owner wallet, then this owner wallet is connected to your dApps in one or another way. And yeah, our NFTs, for example, they connect with our contract. You can buy our NFTs actually not just with BNB or with ETH, but also with SAFO. And this SAFO actually, actually get burned and or get used for a new OTC fundraising. And yeah, that was somehow a problem because, and you know, with one wallet, what is getting lost, all technology is getting lost. And again, like a normal, like Dave or CEO will give up, but for me, this is a no-go because I'm there for the community. I'm working every day out there. I had like in the last almost a year, I had just 2 days, no, 1 day I had free, and 5 days I was in hospital because I had a jaw infection. This was like recently, probably 1.5 months back. So, but even from hospital side, I was like not giving up and make my plans. I could not see. I had like a balloon, but in my mind was going new ideas on what I bring on paper. I have like a 13 point plan now. What's going on after the, or what will get started actually after the ETH pre-sale is complete. We hold it still small. Yep. Hello.
What sorry about that.
Break?
Yeah, sorry about that. No. I think we just got interrupted there.
Yeah, like where I stopped right now, this was disturbing me. Sorry.
Okay, so you guys are working on your version 3. I know you mentioned earlier that somehow you guys did an audit on version 1 and version 2, and somehow the auditor did not see those errors, which is kind of crazy. Now, my question for you is: now you guys on version 3, and you believe that this is going to be the last version. Is the current contract, is it audited?
It's the same contract what we had in the start. We just forked it, so it's exactly the same thing. Yeah, we will audit it again. It's just that's just a pro forma, so you can go actually through the code from the original audit, and you will see also on the blockchain itself that's basically copy from the original one. So from that point, should be safe. But yeah, like it's extra funding, and we can't make the audits from ourselves. We also have our auditing team, but it would be ethical, not right, to audit our own contracts, our own dApps. So we have to go to a third party, and audits are something what is not really cheap. But this will be made like step by step again, and that's investment what we have to go from a side. Like for us, it's right now important actually to bring everything live again. What we had before, we did it already, so it's ready now with our patch from our Launchpad and the OTCfarms. We even updated it. We not just like make something again new, but we we fix actually problems. Not problems, but like things we would like to have better. We updated it, and therefore we need audits again for this kind of updates, and this will come in very near future.
Right. And especially you guys are building a layer 2 blockchain which allows projects or developers to come in and launch projects. So I think it's crucial that you set that. Go ahead.
It's actually new code. It's basically, you can say it's a layer 0 blockchain because this layer, like, you know, our blockchain is fusion of BTC code and EVM technology. So that's something what after my knowledge, only one project was touching, and that is Chain. So they building also layer 2 on their layer 1 to like crush the gas fees. But all our system is actually something totally new. Like if you go in a normal blockchain with higher congestion, you will have higher gas fees. But us is opposite. Like I make a lot of things. I make opposite actually. It's funny. We actually have bars, like we have higher congestion. We have a POS system, so that's a staking system. So we have a certain rewards what we're giving to our like our providers, our node providers. What will be the stakers? So and they have a fixed amount of funds, so that they actually save for all the year. For every situation with their income, what is quite nice returns basically. And yeah, when you have a higher congestion, you will have basically a cheaper gas fee because the gas what is taken for the stakers will reduce with higher congestion, with more transaction. You know, the pool actually from the funds what was have to get used and what is going to the miners, you can say, to the stakers. So will be more or less the same. This will be updated if we have like a super huge rush and we need like new validators. So then we have to adjust actually this kind of pool what we're giving to them, but basically it will be almost same. It's not like normal mining is working by BTC. So you have like when the market is going down and electricity prices going up, then it makes no sense anymore basically to mine. That's why you have like this crushes. Right now the hash rate is the biggest what we ever had in the crypto space. But like the returns for the miners are the lowest, and then you have the risk actually by BTC that the miners at the end, when their credits and everything is running out, they can't take new fundings, then they have to dump actually their mining rewards on the market, what's giving them really big dip. And after that, basically, you have a refresh. What will happen probably now also after the Bitcoin halving, that's always critical part. But with that one, you have a new circle for 4 years. What's coming up, a new validation, like a new value actually of your work, what you're doing there out, and therefore the price of the project have to rise. It's like a typical capitalism story, but this have also his borders somehow. And especially by Bitcoin, it's the like electricity consumption and the POS systems, what they build, like Bitcoin Cash. It's not really working. It's never really took off as it should. And on Bitcoin, you can't launch other projects. So Ethereum is the base technology actually from the most EVM blockchains out there. If you go on BNB or you go on Avalanche or whatever, they all like basically based on the Ethereum code. And we do something totally different. Basically, we make fusion of EVM tech or EVM supported tag and the BTC code from a security part itself, and build it inside the POS blockchain. So that's basically a layer 0 or layer 1, what you can say. And then we probably make later on, this is something like for the next 3-4 years, coming actually with updates and with law regulations for MiCA and so on, what will come up now. There's hardcore regulation going on. The United States also will go behind after the SEC story is finished there. And we're preparing actually the next steps to stay long time in the market. Like, we're not just facilitating with the blockchain token trades. We have another split there, another fork, where we actually working right now already with companies together. They want to launch software actually on our blockchain. And we believe in 5 to 10 years, in the worst case, not in the best case, but in the worst case, in 5 to 10 years, this token trading will be forbidden from governments. We're building actually tech to prevent this kind of part with the anti-rug Launchpad and other technologies, what is going in this kind of security. But like, governments have a problem with it, that there are people losing their funds there over. And there was before not really a solution for it. We build now something, so there is a hope that token launches like we have it today will continue. But what is sure is that almost everything will be on blockchain in 10 years from now, and that also includes softwares and other stuffs actually what is going there around in the IT branch. If it's now we have the cloud systems, cloud blockchains, we have the quantum blockchains. And we have companies, they come in, we have companies, they want maybe to make a production or like hold their production limit actually on blockchain to see actually what kind of materials was used and so on to get more transparent. And that's where we go basically. And there we're already preparing for, and we have a dual system actually what we can establish on our blockchain itself. So it's something really outstanding.
I like the way you consider yourself as zero blockchain, which that's a new terminology. I love that. But I think either way, I think you guys are building a blockchain, so I think it is crucial that you guys get the code down, because I think that's gonna reflect your project, and as well as bringing trust for the developers to come in and launch their project on your chain,
Exactly.
right? So hopefully the version 3 will be the last one, and you guys get that button up. All right, now I just want to get out of the way because I think that's very important for the investors to understand why is there version 3 at the moment, and the project is actually going through migration right now, or they've done it already, and I guess it's just migrating people, making it right for the investors at the moment. Now, since you want to talk about the Launchpad and the OTCfarms, because those are the flagship products of the of your chain,
Yes.
which are the underlying assets of your statement, your mission, which is building the world's first rug-free blockchain. Now, I want to circle back and highlight some of the importance that you talked about already there, Matthias. Now, let's talk about the Launchpad. Now,
Yep.
from what I've heard, what differentiates you guys is that you guys actually have control of the LP, correct? So let's say the people buy in, not only the portion of the pre-sale, it will be automatically allocated to the LP, which investor can actually earn % off that, but also into the staking immediately. But you
No,
guys actually go ahead.
We have to split it. Basically, I said we've split it. Like it's one part, what is fixed part of a percentage, what is the pre-sale itself, and another part is basically a pledge. It's not like you give us the funds for the LP. The LP funds are always in your hand, so you actually stake them and you get them returned when you destake in 100%. Like if you put, like, let's say 1 BNB you purchase, and the project set 50% to liquidity, then 50% would go inside your pre-sale trade. You would hand it over the tokens would go automatically in staking, and the other 50% would go to the LP. And this is a pledge; it's not a purchase, since you get them 100% refunded after you destake, and that's something what nobody do outside. So the LP always stays in the hand of the investor, and not in the project hand itself, and also not in our hand. Like we could go inside the contract, and in the emergency case, and we could withdraw that. But the contract's running totally autonomous, and this is just emergency station what we never would touch, except we have to use it. And it can always come that, like, there's a hack or stuff like that going on. And with that one, we can prevent actually the project itself to get dropped somehow. And that's a security measure, what we build it in according to that experience what we had in the past.
Right. Now, I guess my question is, what makes a difference? So let's say if I buy into the project, because now, like right now with the current system right now, I can go ahead and buy the tokens, and I can go in, and I can also deposit into the LP, getting the LP token and the native token or whatever the underlying asset is, and I can actually contribute to the LP. So I guess my question is, what is the benefit from investors going to your Launchpad and do that automatically, or I guess pledge to do that, versus, let's say, like what we have going on right now, where I can just come in later and contribute to the LP?
You basically will get automatically staked, like your LP and your pre-sale will get staked. You can also destake that anytime, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% if you choose so. But basically over long term, you will get automatically staking rewards. So they have like a few technologies joined there. It's a Launchpad, it's a staking, it's a yield farming, and it's a referral. And that all coming together and joined as one technology. And that's preventing actually the scam, the rug. That is making you to a long-term investors, because everybody likes his rewards. And you, when when the price is going up, you can take your funds anytime out, and you get your 50% of your pledge you get back straight away in BNB. Let's say we have the BNB investment and your OTC trade, and then you can reinvest it again directly in the charts. So that means actually that the liquidity token also not goes on your wallet, but it goes in the staking itself, where you can get returns from it.
Okay, so the portion of the pre-sale goes into the staking automatically. Now the LP,
exactly.
You can decide, you can pledge to go to the LP. But now my question is, do you guys actually have some sort of control over the LP? Because here's the problem right now, right? Because I wish actually PinkSale or any other Launchpad right now actually have control of the LP, right? So let's say most of the pre-sale right now, they would have, like, let's say 60%, 50%, whatever, that's dedicated to the LP. And what happens a lot of the time is that the rugs happens because developers actually pull the LP out. Now, to date, we do not have any project, any kind of Launchpad actually control the LP. So imagine if, let's say, a Launchpad actually has control of that. Now, you're saying that you guys would not have control of that at all as well, right?
No, so long actually as you stake that, we can't do anything with it. but in emergency case, we could help you actually withdraw it. Like we also, as I said, we have no impermanent loss actually over the LP itself. So the projects, the fundraising, they will actually back LP loss up, like impermanent loss up, and would also get on another side when you destake by a higher market cap and there's like a profit, it's going down. But basically, it's safe inside the contract itself. And whether we or like the project itself or this fundraising can't touch it. That's why it's really rock safe.
Okay, so the project cannot touch the LP.
Exactly.
Okay, so if the project cannot touch the LP, who controls the LP? The people who pledge to
investor.
contribute
Yes.
to the LP?
Yes, exactly. To some part, they do it. And at the end, like the project can add up always at LP for themselves. So that's something what's running on another side. But we're speaking about pre-sale here. And the pre-sale itself should be rug safe, as I said. And like you as investor can take it off, but there's a 20% stake like story, like a 20% penalty. And you take your LP out when you have a high profit or something like that. When you, let's say, like the project is starting by 20K market cap and you have a 200K market cap, you make it 10 times, you want to go out there. So then you destake and the profits going to the project itself can put it back inside the LP. And with that one, everybody else is safe actually out there without any losses. And over time, basically a part goes to the project. What is again in the traditional way, it's locked away. But the pre-sale itself and the launch itself, it's no possible to do anything malicious there. And that's of also the positive effect that the people are basically the investing there, they see the positive effects. And that's what we experience actually with Lumi Foundation, that for 1 week, nobody's touching it at all. So in 1 week after the launch, the token is rising. This already looks like a honeypot. Somehow this was funny to see actually. But yeah, it's really positive. It's positive for investor. It's positive for the project. And if you own the LP as investor, you can destake it only as investor, not the project itself, not we, but you. And yeah, if you come now together, let's say you have 100 investors there in the Launchpad, and you would come together and build a group and would say, hey guys, like we are not happy with the project itself, or this, like telling there, like we just shut it down with the rest. So we actually destake our investment and would like somehow possibility to give a response actually to the negative moves actually to the project itself. What gives you possibility to act like a DAO somehow? But that's something what we have to see in future with the R&D and with the actual real life action out there. But plan was actually to give you more democratic value in the project itself, that you really can take, can raise your voice if there's something happen what you
Right.
don't like.
Now, Matthias, I want to ask you just a follow-up question so that way. Actually, I really want to understand this concept here. Okay, so let's say two people right now, right? So let's just first, let's say pink sale right now. If I was to launch a pre-sale and pink sale, and I would have to indicate what percent of the raised funds go into the LP, and it's usually average around 60%, right? So let's say $1, right? And you get $6 going to the LP, right? So right now, that's what pink sales is doing right now, right? Now, in your platform, let's just say two people right now put in $1 each. And I, as a developer, I say, you know what? I'm going to let the community or the investors know that 50 or 60% of that, right? 60% of that's going to the LP, right? Now, me as an investor put in $1 each. What portion of that is going to staking, and what portion of that allows me to pledge to further the LP as well? So, can you go in depth on that? Because I'm not really getting this here.
Yeah, basically, actually, your complete LP is going inside the staking, and you could destake it. But like, there's, as I said, like when you want to destake, it's 20 per, like before the pool duration is ended, and we're speaking about 180 days or 360 days. So if you would destake before, like part of that would go back to the project in a traditional way, and they like would use it basically to back it up again, like the
What
LP
part
again.
of my dollars? I buy into $1. What part of my dollars go into the staking, and what like walk me through it? So
Yup.
let's say I put in $1.
Yeah, like let's say like the project is setting before 50-50, like 50% rise and a 50% LP, then like 50 cents would go to your pre-sale, and 50% would go to the LP, and the 50% you always get paid back. And whatever is on rise there, on rise on market cap or whatever, like, when your LP token is rising, that's what get given to the project itself. And this project would use that part of the LP token again to stake it again, usually, and lock it again in the decentralized exchange.
Okay. Okay. So the developer. So I put in $1. So. Okay, so let's say I put in $1 and the project's committed to take 60% of that, which is 60 cents going to the LP,
Yes.
like in the normal pre-sale going on right now that we have right now,
Yep.
right? So that leaves 40 cents left, right, for the team to do whatever they want to do, which is marketing and development, etc.
Exactly.
So in your platform, I put in $1. Now, you're not making any type of like guarantee that, hey, you must deposit 60% or 60 cents of that dollar into the LP. You guys are not following to make sure that they actually do that.
That is exactly done from the contract itself. Like the project is setting it, or we setting it for the project itself. And this can be like 30%, can be 60%, can be 90%. And this for sure goes inside the LP and nobody's touching it except of you. And then the rest is actually the fundraiser. That is same like on a normal Launchpad basically, but the LP, the important point is that the LP part is pledged, and this comes back to you as investor and not goes to the project hand. If you now, before the end of the farm duration, you want to de-stake it, then 20% of your pledge would basically go to the project itself. But as I said, like as a liquidity farm provider, you try to stay so long time as possible in, and this really creates long-term investors. So basically, the fundraising works from the base same like you go on Pink Sale, just that the project itself never gets the ability to rug you. The project never owns the LP. So if you go on Pink Sale, 100% of your, like $1 is going straight to the project. Just that like 50% is paired in the Launchpad itself, and it's provided as a liquidity token to the project, and that's why projects can rug. So, but in our part, the liquidity token, what is created from the Launchpad, it's going inside the staking and stays under the investor's control, not on the project's control. That is the big difference between them. You understood it?
I think so. I think so. I'm missing a part because now it seems that those are additional, right? So let's say a project raised $1, and they will still get that $1, right?
No,
and to do what the heck they want to do with it.
They don't get the dollar. They just get the part of the fundraising. So if it's a 60% liquidity, 60 cents goes straight in the liquidity, and the 40% goes to the project. It's just the 40% there. That's what the project can use for marketing or for whatever. What is usually also used in a normal Launchpad. But the problem is actually that in a Launchpad, like 100% is going to the project. By us, it's not going by 100%. Like 60% stays still with you. They stay with you forever. So, and only profits actually from that will go back to the project at the end. What does actually mean to stabilize their own LP at the end. So we would want to prevent with that cheating on the start, and it really doesn't.
Okay. And what part of it that you guys have control of that to ensure that the project doesn't pull out and rut like how we see today? Is it because most of the money is locked into the staking? Is that what it is?
The LP is locked in the staking in general. So, and the project itself never ever have control over it. So that's the investor who have control over it, and not the project. The project don't become the LP token in their hands.
But isn't that, don't you think that's like, so is it like terms? Is it like lock-in terms? Because let's say, for example, if the investors owning all the LP, right? And let's say if I can just pull it out, like let's say tomorrow, and the next person pull it out, and it seems like, isn't that risky that it allows investors to have fully control of when to pull out from the LP?
It would be if you would have now, let's say there's something happened in the project and everybody would go off, but a part of your LP token, if you de-invest before the pool is ended, like a 20% will be a penalty on that, and the 20% will go back to the project, and this holds the project alive. And we recommend also the project to have emergency funds actually for having any type of emergencies coming up there to back up actually manually their own LP funds. They can create LP at any time, so they can also use another LP farm actually for getting that. And also the OTC is running afterwards. Like if somebody is going out of that system, then the OTC farm, what's joined actually after the launchpad, it's backing that actually up. Then another person can jump actually on your place and can do actually the same situation. And then actually 20% what was taken from the person, what pay like the previous person what was destaking, would actually come on top of the liquidity itself. So it's actually rising over time and not decreasing. That's what we had in practice. Yep. We tested it already and this was amazing.
I see. Well, thanks.
Planning. Yep.
Yeah, thanks for that detail. I'd like to get to the bottom of it, so that way I can understand, and also the investors do understand it as well. Yeah, it's actually very unique. Now I guess my question is, Matthias, have you guys thought about like making sure that you guys actually control the LP? So for example, let's say if I go to your Launchpad, I raise the pre-sale, and pretty much if I pledge to you or to the community that I say, hey, 60% of it is going to go to the LP, and you guys will actually fully control the LP, the 60%. Is going to be ensure that it's locked in forever, and only you have control of that. Now, from my perspective, is that will hold me accountable. And let's say if I do something stupid or whatever, and you guys can literally take that LP and refund to the investors. Have you guys thought of that, or is that something that
we do it? We did it with Lumi. We had to stop Lumi because we had to make now the Launchpad patch, and we had to withdraw actually. We had to stop actually Lumi from the contract itself, and then we had to withdraw the liquidity token, and basically was setting the liquidity token, giving the liquidity token actually to investors, plus actually the pre-sale funds. So, and actually, what I wanted to say, yeah, like this is exactly what you say. Like the pre-sale investors should get actually paid back, and we have actually treasury odds there. And if a project would scam, like let's say, like project always can invest for themselves somehow in a token or have some token in rest, and they will call there's called something slow rug. So when you, for example, use your project funds, you just like put 10% of your total project inside the liquidity, and then you have 90% token actually in the project. So the project could sell off you, so that is like selling tokens all the time. And this we want to prevent actually. That's why we actually have like some kind of centralized system inside that system and can stop actually the people from taking it away from the community. And we being the one, they guarantee you that you can't get drugged and you always get your pledge back. So that's the most important actually on it, that you at least have a 50% of your original investment you have saved, and on the rest you earn returns, plus actually have your preset. So if you stay now, let's say the 180 days or 360 days in our yield farm, and you've been one of the first invested, and you will get a quite high APR actually, because the APR pool is getting shared between all investors, like in a yield farm itself. And then basically what we saw over the last OTC farms, what we bring out, as well as the Launchpad itself, that it's actually a positive effect and rising and security itself. So that means if a project do something malicious and it's proven, we can stop them actually from doing more. So, and if they're starting to slow rug, we can stop them actually. The investors itself can stop them already. They can combine, they can come together. Hey guys, they're doing something. Let's come together and let's make front. Let's ask them what they're doing there, and they have to give answer. Otherwise, like the liquidity is the project, and they could make a problem to you. They will be left over with just 20%. And if such things would happen, we would back that up actually from SafeOneChain side itself, and would always refund the 50% of the pledge, because that is our technology. and we're vetting the project, and this is our responsibility itself. And that is something what have to get pushed in future. Like governments, like the European Union, they built a kill switch function actually exactly for this purpose. So, but the kill switch function will be not have to be by honest people. They can stay in the court or by police or by anybody who want to do something. We're actually not so government friendly in the crypto space, and therefore we see this as a red sign. But that's why we have to self-regulate, and that is a solution actually for exactly this problem.
Now, I do want to follow up with that. Now, you have to have insurance in order to get that 50% back of what you pledge, correct? Or does that apply to anyone? And if it's not, then how does insurance play in with your ecosystem here?
Okay, like number one, your pledge is always paid 200% back. Doesn't matter what's happened. Even if the project would scam, we would have actually from our side funds backed up in our treasury. What we're building from this point actually this will be investment in legit projects and actually tokenized. So we have an extra bot for that in our group where you can see what kind of holdings and stuff like this. There, some part of the taxes in future also planned for that. The AI bot will also like work on it to grow it over time. And then we have the insurance for the blockchain. Basically, we inaugurated the insurance just for the blockchain, but we're already thinking about to use the insurance also for the Launchpad itself. That you get a all around cover up actually for your investments, what you do in SafeOneChain or SafeOneChain products, and also in the blockchain we backing up actually anything malicious behavior happening there, because in the first moment we are vetting the projects they coming there. And we only allow you to fundraise actually on our Launchpad after you got vetted. And it's the same with the blockchain itself. So this insurance will be, it's already discussed about to extend actually also for the Launchpad and probably also for other products what we have out there. But what we guarantee that you always pay back your pledge to 100%. Doesn't matter what's happened, the price is falling, the project is scamming, rugging its can't, you always have your 50% of investment back, and then you still have the rest value of your tokens plus the staking. So basically, you can get out almost 100% of your investment what you originally put inside, even if you have this price loss and so on and so on and so on. That's a nice concept actually, a deep concept, what nobody touched before. It's like so easy actually to do it, but yeah, nobody did it before because nobody wanted to take the responsibility.
What does it cost me? What does it cost me to buy insurance?
The insurance we had when we inaugurated it in December was 1 BNB and was a backup level for $500. The BNB was around 350 at that time. After we made the migration and we have to do it again, as I said, we topped it up. We promised actually in December that we over time will top up the insurance claim. So now the claim is about $1,000 for 2 BNB investment, what is really fair. When BNB is going up again to $300-400, then we will even like set up or back up again or like top up again the insurance policy. And this also have to work in symbiosis actually with our treasury wallet, what we will build now. And as I said before, that is actually our emergency pool for funds for any unforeseen events. The AI bots, what we have in future also, or AI trading, the app themselves will also create funds extra. What some parts always put it back like to the security level that we in status quo or in a worst case actually can help out our investors. Like we don't want that you guys losing your funds, and that's why we make this technology basically.
Okay, so before I buy into the pre-sale, participate in the pre-sale, I have an option to buy insurance, correct? And if I buy insurance, I get at least 50% back on my investment if something goes wrong, correct?
No, you always get it back, even if you don't buy the insurance. But the insurance actually backs you up for much more than that, and that is actually like for your full investment afterwards. Also, you're talking what you was buying, so there's no possibility actually to lose something out. But it's a future concept, but it's not right now inaugurated. That's what we're thinking about. But like from the contract itself, it's always 50% there, and when we have like such stuff going on, we have to back up ourselves as well, and that's why we go forward with the insurance itself.
Okay, so that's not there. it's not there yet, but you get 100% back. That's what you're saying. Now you mentioned on the treasury, besides
Yeah.
the insurance money that people buy into goes to the treasury. Are there any other places that the treasury's money is getting from, like taxes, for example? How do you guys build the
Yeah,
treasury?
from taxes, from trading through the iBot system, what we build out from actual like market rises. We will make also like normal investments actually with our profits. As I said, like we are not there to pocket our own money. We are there actually to produce a project, and some funds will be always going actually to the treasury wallet, what we're building over time. And yeah, the most, or like some funds will go actually in the development itself, so to enrich actually your experience there.
Okay, all right, yeah, appreciate the further expansion on that there on your Launchpad there, Matthias. Now, your second product, the flagship product you have is the OTC farm, which is over-the-counter farm, which is actually very interesting because this is actually where you actually buy it directly to the team, right? So you guys, they will have to buy directly with you. So that tells me that instead of buying the chart, you actually buy with a stable coin, which you don't have to, I guess, resell it back into the chart. So I guess that's the benefit. Now walk us into detail again. How does that work? So let's say if I want to participate in the OTC farm, do I reach out to you or how does that work?
No, you just use the app for it. You purchase it like same like you do it on a Launchpad. Like a partial technology of the Launchpad is the OTC farm. So if the Launchpad is over, it will automatically shift an OTC farm that is attached to the Launchpad itself to lock actually the LP funds for so long time. We also offer that actually for any project out there, what we also vetted, where we had them actually on our regular staking app to yeah, use this technology even without using our Launchpad itself. So anybody actually can come to us, any project can go to us. If they want to make additional fundraising, they have to pay actually setup fee, and yeah, can use it straight away. They put a certain amount of token inside, can basically set their reward wallets, reward values, the APRs. If so higher the APR, so more investors come in. Yeah, the OTC farm experiences what we had over the last few months is that from 50 investors, they fill the pool. Just one is going out there because he have some personal problems. The rest like stay in even like for months after the OTC farm is over, because they just like earning from the APRs and get anyhow 50% of the investment also paid back because the same system is applying there also.
Okay, so let me kind of go over again here. So this is actually an option for developers to utilize, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So okay, so
give me please 1 minute. I have some emergency here. I'm in 1 minute back.
oh wow, we're actually running to almost 2 hours already. That was quick. That was actually really quick. I did not realize that.
Okay, I'm already back.
Sounds good
Yeah,
with that.
that
Hey Jake,
liquidity.
go ahead and go ahead, brother.
Yeah, with that liquidity, I think he was saying if the project decided to do 60% within the liquidity pool of their launch pad, there would be a 20% charge. I think that's kind of the hold or the lure, because that 20% would turn that 40% into a 20% pull if they tried to pull their liquidity earlier. So with that, I think that goes into SafeOne, which would prevent the team from wanting to rug the project on the community, because they're going to get a smaller portion. And with that, they'd be able to put those taxes potentially into their treasury wallet, where they'd be able to pay the personnel back with the insurance policies.
And basically, it's just 10% of your original investment, because a 50% is the LP, and a 50% would a 20% would taken from the pledge. So that means 10% of your full investment would just like go actually like in this kind of area. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for that, JM, and as well as Matthias for clarifying that. I will actually check out the Launchpad. Now, when would this be live here? Your OTC and your Launchpad.
The OTC is live right now. I'm actually fighting like with filling them. I had a RPC problem actually the last few hours. It should be actually live for the show. The deployment of the Launchpad is made on BSC. It's like now just on ETH. We pushing that through. We're waiting for a little bit lower gas fees, and after the Launchpad is live, again the update, the last patches, then we directly sell our ETHs.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And okay, so ETC is live right now. And the Launchpad is gonna be over in ETH. All right. Sounds good. All right, Matthias, we almost hit 2 hours already. I did not realize that it's been almost 2 hours. Is there anything else that you want to speak on in regards to your Launchpad or the OTC farm before we take a few questions?
Actually, the information are clear. We inviting you guys out there to take part of it, not just as investor, but also as a project. To use our technology, get an ambassador. We have a lot of incentives actually to combine the community actually in our efforts, and yeah, also reward them with different things like investments on the charts. Right now we have like these a raffle competition going on. We have going on special burn events going on, and so on and so on. Like this is just too much like to count it all here. You're all invited to come to our group and ask your questions.
Perfect. And I know there's a lot of questions there, guys. Like Matthias just said there, we're running almost 2 hours, and I think he, explained himself pretty well in regards to the Launchpad and the OTC farm. So if you guys have any questions, please join the Telegram room. I think Johnny or Mike is gonna pin that Telegram right now, and go over there and ask further questions, which I will be over there. I actually want to learn more about this project here, because it is a very strong statement to make, in regards to building a first blockchain that's pretty much rug-free. So I hope it works out, and I will be watching very closely. Thank you, Matthias, for being here again. This is your second AMA, and you're always in a room, so I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys. It's so amazing team, so supportive, so like supportive community, and yeah, I see again like more than 200 participants here. Like guys, yeah, just take part in all our incentives, and yeah, if you have a question, ask in your group, ask in our group. Make it lovely again. We are still in the beer market, and we have a really big target for the next bull. Yeah, we had a song actually, what was in the start of December, what was playing, like talking a little bit about our goals, what we have, and I think they are really reachable in the last days. We make a lot of connections actually. There's like, even as I said in the start, from our concurrents, people was coming to me. Actually, it's another German, just 80 kilometers far away. He's the main angle point of one of the big exchanges, and yeah, they want to support us in a very unique way, in a very crazy way, and more and more yeah, legit companies, and also German how I would say like big players in the market. They're already interested in us, and they want to join the softwares and stuff like that. So there's a lot to come, and this is a real long-term investment here. It's nothing what is like blowing up over one day. Like we do it sometimes like 2-3 times, and then we're retracting and going again inside. But right now it's like most important to use the OTC farms to back up our liquidity, use the Launchpad to bring funds in, and this will land land back by you guys. Like we searching like for ambassadors, they yeah, helping us to shout out actually our vision, and we have a lot of funds. They will go back to the charts, so you can expect your holdings over the next 6 to 12 months to really have a decent rise, whatever happened in the market.
Yeah, and Mike just pinned the Telegram, guys. Guys, go there, and Mike will come over. He's gonna pick a $10 winner. But yeah, go over there and be part of the community. I'll tell you what, Matthias, this is your second time here with us, and since you guys are actually setting out to launch a rug-free Launchpad, a blockchain, again, that's a big statement to make. And I'll tell you what, When that's live there, Matthias, it's on us. You don't have to pay nothing. I want you to come back here, share screen with us, and actually I want you to introduce and walk with us through the whole process again, because I find it very interesting. And thanks for the patience, man, because I asked some, I guess a lot of stupid questions as well sometimes, but yeah, come back with maybe with a screen share, so that way our investors or community, they actually can understand better once you launch the Launchpad. How does
Sure.
that sound?
Yeah, that sounds very good. And yeah, like guys, like take part in the ATH pre-sale what is now upcoming. This will be live in the next few hours. Test the technology what we just spoke about, shout it out, bring the people in, and let's make it together in success. Because like just we as investors, they really yeah, they really fall passionate for something. That's the best marketing what you can do, and the most safe what you can do out there. Community growing in an organic way, is that what we want? And everybody who's early in will be 100% the winner. Like the next 6 to 12 months will be just amazing. And yeah, our next Launchpad pool, also from our own project, the ATH Rise, will run 180 days, and you can get a quite nice returns out there and test it. Like you can go in and go out anytime. As I said, like we have the pledge, like a 50% is always safe from it, and then you can see what's happened there. Use the OTCfarms, help our liquidity, help yourself to have a decent earning, and yeah, enjoy it.
Yeah, perfect. I think I can speak for everyone here. And you know, if you build something that's actually rug-free and scam-free, I think everyone here will be very supportive of you and want you to succeed. So yes, come back when your Launchpad is live for sure, and it's on us. Thanks again,
We
brother.
will do it. Thank you also very much, and it was a pleasure again.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. Looks like we ran out of time, so you guys join the Telegram and ask your questions over there, and Mike will go over there and pick a $10 win over there. But yeah, with that said, Santa Mike is going to be on, and he has some cash to give away.
That I do. Santa Mike is here. Hey, Matthias, that was a great presentation, brother. That was a whole lot to unpack in 2 hours, but you did really good, brother. Let me just pull up my screen here, guys.
I sometimes I can talk for hours. You saw with the introduction, I just not stopped. That's the problem for me sometimes, because if you fall passionate for something, you just not can stop. Like I have like people, they come to me as students already right now, and I have really to split my time. But like my passion is with my community. I have no family for myself. I'm not a papa, I'm not a wife, but like my family is the SafeOne community, and yeah, my ideas and visions go there, and the one or the other will have a nice life with that.
100%. Well said, brother. Well said. All right. Well, we have $20 to give away on the wheel today, guys. Let me shuffle this up, and we'll grab our wheel winner. I also pinned at the top there, like Seattle said, join over into the community. I'm going to come over there shortly, pick a $10 winner. Matthias, is it okay if they say it was a great AMA over at USA Crypto Group in your room?
Very much. And if you want to take part actually in our burn modi, we have a burn modi right now. If you purchase $50 or more on our charts, every purchase with $50 or more will end up with a burn of 1 million SAFO. That means if you have like 100 purchases like that in the next few hours, we will make 100 million burn, and yeah, you can calculate for yourself where this will end up. That is our community afford, and yeah, we are all invited to take part. And there's also a raffle, so you can also win something extra on top.
Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Be sure to join over to Telegram, and let's try to get that burn going. So Slow Mo Fancies, congratulations, won yourself $20. Now be on the lookout also after this. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Matthias, I'm going to get you that YouTube copy as well. But for the community, there's going to be an additional $15 opportunity there to go like, share, and comment. And we still have the Twitter $25 giveaway going as well. Good luck to everybody. And this was a really great return to AMA, Matthias. And we look forward to having you back to go more in depth on that Launchpad once she's live.
Sure. And yeah, it's live actually already. PST already launched. First project already been fundraising. As I said, Lumi was super successful. We hold it to trades. Actually, it's a satellite from us. We put it in our LP. Actually, we had, as I said, like a few problems, and the community was agreeing with it. So like nobody's unhappy with it. And now SafeOneChain get the full attention, and Lumi will also get relaunched and they or like get live for trades in the next coming days. We just adjusted farm OTC farm to back up the liquidity also there, and once this is actually safe, yeah, everybody can take part of it. This is I want to say also this is a charity project. Have also long time vision. We maybe can also like give us some information in your group in the next days. It's especially actually to support the wife and the family of my passed away partner. So that I would just want to say on the side. And yeah, you're all welcome actually to take part of it and get your information there. So join the community and yeah, have fun with us.
100%, Matthias. And, anything that you need, posted over here in USA, you just let us know as well, brother.
So, Mike, I have to DM you later on. I sent you already a screenshot before. In the moment it's solved, we have our story also solved. It's just a promise from my side.
No worries, brother. No worries at all. All right, guys. Well, that was a great AMA, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the afternoon, morning, night, wherever you're from, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys. Next one.
Peace.